Like many of you, I have had to find a new way to work in a 2020 COVID world wherever we are at in this adventure. And I'm fortunate enough to have this spare bedroom in my parents' house to work from, since my house has been taken over by my family while they figure out COVID and kids and homeschooling and all of the things. And so I need to convert this space, this echoey big space, into a place where I can record videos, live stream, and of course have like really quality Zoom videos. And so I wanted to show you how I'm setting up a functioning space to work in a little corner so that I can make good videos. It's gonna be good quality, it'll look really good, and what gear I use to do it along the way. So in this video, we're going to show you how you can make a home studio super easy. By the way, my name is Desiree, and on this channel, we help you grow your business with better social media and content marketing. This video is going to be brought to you by StreamYard, the leader in all things live streaming. StreamYard is my go-to live streaming platform because it's easy to use, it's browser-based, and it accomplishes everything I need to in my business for live streaming, screen recordings, meetings, and so much more. Check it out for free in the link down in the description. Okay, so first things first, as you can see, I have my desk here. I've already been working here for a while, but we have all this that we have here because most houses have a room where they just kind of stuff things in and need a place to put it to deal with it later. As my mom says, these are all projects. So she has this project. So what I'm actually going to be doing is moving my desk right here. That way my camera is gonna face this wall. So all of that stuff honestly is gonna help me out because this room, here, let me show you. This room has vaulted ceilings, so I need as much in this room to help me with any potential echo and stuff. So having these here is actually going to be really helpful for me in this situation. So I'm gonna be putting my desk right here, and my camera, my equipment is all gonna face this way. Okay, so now I'm gonna hang up my backdrop. It's just this brick backdrop. I've had it for a long time. It was actually one of my first set pieces I had, if you go check old videos right here. But as a military spouse, one of the things I have learned is that you can't put holes in the wall. You have to find a way to be creative without destroying what you need in like hanging things up. So I found this tape. It's this really awesome, like two-sided tape that's really hecka strong, and it's like almost like a whole roll of command strip, and I'm gonna use it to hang this up. So the secret to this is you have to think about, where am I going to be in my background? Now, a lot of us are probably gonna be sitting, or if you have a standing desk, that's cool too. I have like this thing that lets me stand, but you have to think about, where am I going to be for most of my shots? And you have to account for that when you're putting this up. So like you can't put it up too high or too low, because the point is to make it look like it's a background. Like you wanna make sure it doesn't look flawed. Okay, so I always do my far corners, and then I have a ceiling fan. I live in Phoenix, gotta keep it cool. And so one of the things that will happen is that it'll like come off the wall and like sway. So I also have to do the corners, and then I'll do two more at the top to keep it up. What's great is you can buy this super cheap, so I do like long pieces so that it can be up. And then what's nice is if you need to move it, you can. All right, so let's talk about lights. Lights are important for all video work because it's important to be seen. Even in like a Zoom call or whatever, I always make sure that like I have good lighting, good video work, because I feel like I should practice what I preach, and being good looking on your camera never hurt nobody. So two light options. So ring light's probably your best bet, especially if you're trying to figure it out, because it has a little mount where you can put your webcam right here and light yourself, and you can like angle where you are. I don't really like the whole webcam on the computer situation, because like you can like hit your desk and it'll move, and laptops is a whole thing. So this allows for stability, and it's constant. It's always going to be the same, and that's what we want in our video work. In our set for our office is want it to be the same. We don't want to have to worry about it not looking good, because when it's set the same and you don't mess with it, it will always look the same. So the ring light is a really good option for you. I'm going to be setting up my office today with the level up. I'm going to be doing two lights. I got the Viltrox LEDs on a Prime Day sale, and so I'm going to be having these two lights on both sides of my desk. I'm gonna set it up, you can see it. Now, something I absolutely hate about lights when you're trying to keep them still is having to go turn them on every time. And so I found a hack with that. I use Amazon plug or Google plug, and I plug my power strip into this plug, and then I just use the app or the actual Alexa and say, Alexa, studio lights on, and it works. That way I don't have to like stand up and turn them on and try not to bump them and hope it all works right. Like, I know it sounds kind of silly, but this is a gigantic lifesaver. Okay, so now I need to figure out setting up my webcam. As you can see on the screen, it's a mess. Now, one of the things that I do that helps me make sure that my stuff looks better is I use a app on my Mac called Webcam Settings. It allows for me to adjust like my zoom, my pan, my in and out. I can adjust my lighting so I can make sure that I look really nice, and I can save that setting as well. So as you can see, I just go into my applications and I make sure that it's running, and it makes these sort of adjustments. So I need to lower my webcam and play with it. So as you can see, this is like gigantic app. So I can do is go into webcam settings and make the adjustments first. Let's make myself not so bright, not so saturated. Okay. Obviously, when my lights are on, I have to get an extension cord for that, so that'll be coming up in a minute. I go to advanced, and I can do this. I can zoom in, and then I can pan down so that I'm framed better in the screen. So then I can do this, right? So this allows for me to have my camera where it is, but I can still like work on my computer and do all of that kind of stuff that way. It's kind of weird because I have to make this very constant to look up. Like, this is me looking straight at my computer, and like this is me looking up at the camera, which is at y'all. So it's just one of those things to be mindful of when I'm doing things. I do know that this is not going to be my final set for what I'm doing, but I do know that this is going to help me with getting started with the new space. Okay, so while my computer is set up and I have the webcam situation, I got the lights going, I also need to figure out like what I'm going to be doing with this camera when I'm talking to y'all, because what I do with my webcam and my computer is totally different conversation than what happens with you and I right here. So what does that look like? How can I make that look good and cohesive and stuff? And I kind of am digging this angle because I can like sit and stuff. I've got my way back behind me. I think what I might do is I have a bookshelf at my house. I think I might put that right there, and then I can like put some of my tchotchkes up, and then I can have a little bit more personality. One of the things I have done, I'm gonna move you, don't get sick or anything, is I had to be very conscious because I've got the window. So I gotta make sure that it's just perfectly in frame so that it doesn't, so I can keep this like nice whole framing situation going on. So I think though, like as far as this goes, like for today, for me, it's gonna be like seconds for you. I am done for this day, and I will recap for tomorrow as I have to get an extension cord so I can make my lights work. And I gotta get the shelf, all the tchotchkes, which I'll just bring tomorrow. All right, back, brought the bookshelf. I feel like it's important to talk about the importance of what needs to happen in your background. Why is your background important? Like, why does it need to look good? Why was this so important to me that I had to like rearrange all of this stuff so that and bring this video to you? Your background says a lot about you and what you do as a creator. And no matter what you are in business, the moment you start putting stuff online and creating live streams and doing YouTube videos, you are a creator in addition to being whatever else you are. So like I am a marketing agency owner and a YouTube marketing agency owner while also being a creator. The reason the background is important is because it's like an extension of who you are. It helps with your branding. It helps you with figuring out like what is it that who this person is and what do they have going on. And it's important to see like the person's personality and what they have to offer. So with my background, I keep this brick background very simple, chic. I live in Phoenix and I've been in Vegas and different locations, and by having this consistent brick background, it really helps with my audience to know that this is still Desiree's place. It's kind of become a big part of what I do with my branding. For the bookshelf in the background, I try to have like little things that are quirky to my personality and also relevant to my brand. So for example, I have the Take Action Now sign that one of my fellow female YouTube creators made for me. I have my book. I also have like the hashtag. These are things I keep in my background so that it really shows like the relevancy of what I'm doing as a brand and a business owner, so it makes sense. I also have some fun things in here. Like I have my little like bow guy because I'm a total nerd for it. But that's why these things are important. Really take into mind what's going on in your background. It shouldn't be too busy. It shouldn't be distracting. It shouldn't be taking people away from what you have to offer. It should just be accentuating the scene and setting the scene, essentially, just like a play or anything like that. So really think about what's going on behind you whenever you're doing something, whether it's a Zoom call, a live stream, a video, or you taking a picture to put up on your social media. All right, so now let's talk about how this looks now. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, this is what I'm working at. So when I'm sitting here, this is what I see. I have my lights, I have my desk. So this is nothing you need, but something that's fun. It's by FlexiSpot, and what it does is it allows for like everything to go up so that I can stand. So I have my lights up here, and I have the Alexa app on my phone, so I can just click it on and off if I want to, and then boom, it's not so bright in here. And I also can talk to it as well if I want to. I just find it to be easy. Okay, so let's talk about this mic situation here. So this is the Blue Yeti. It's very sort of like the standard podcasting mic that you will see a lot of people do. Usually it's on a stand. I put it onto an arm because I wanted to be able to push it away when I'm doing stuff. I probably will be upgrading soon, and of course you'll see that different things that I'm doing. But I really like this mic. It's done me really well. I've used it to record the Women of YouTube podcast. I use it when I live stream. I use it when I'm doing Zoom calls. It's just a really great way to have really clear audio. And by having the cover, it helps with the echo that happens in this room because it's, again, big vaulted ceilings like we showed earlier. So that's what happens here. So that is what goes in to a home studio. So let's recap this, okay? So first things first is you want to make sure that you have good access to things like plugs, direct connection to Ethernet, and it can be a place that can be undisturbed. Being able to not have to set up and tear down is a huge way to be consistent and make things easier for you. I want you to take away all barriers to entry that are going to stop you from creating content consistently. Second, you want to make sure that you have a good background that helps to be an extension of you as a creator and as a brand, as a business, that isn't too distracting, that again can stay consistent and not be moved. Third, we really want to make sure that we have things set up so that we can look our best and sound our best. So having lighting is important. Having a good camera, whether it's a good webcam or a professional camera like the one that I use here, and of course audio with our mic situation that we have to help us with all of those things. And that's really all that you need to have an effective set for whatever you're doing to create content that is going to help you create better stuff. So that's really all that you need to create a really effective home studio and office. I work in this space, I create in this space, and that's what this space is very specifically designed to do. And I think that you can do that too in any space in your house, whether it's a corner of your bedroom, whether it's like taking an old closet and turning it into something. Having a dedicated space to create in is going to be vital for your success when it comes to content creating and live streaming and doing all that kind of stuff. Now, if you are looking to learn more about how you can dive into live streaming so that you can create your content super easy and have that one-on-one connection to build a really solid community, you're gonna watch this playlist I have for you right here about diving into StreamYard. And of course, watch this video that you see right here because YouTube thinks that you're probably going to like it. And until then, I will see you soon.